think when Wack sued Worldstar, a lot of people didn't know about it, and I'm sure he didn't talk about it. But you know what I'm saying? A lot of people in the streets kind of knew, like, okay, Wack said he's suing people. He said he ain't going after people on the street shit. He just gonna sue you. The CS2 back Main Street Mafia Crip case, which was the case that Wack is suing Worldstar over. We dropped that story about over a year ago. And now we got the full lawsuit. We got the full lawsuit of WACK100 suing Worldstar. Now, in this lawsuit, like I said, ain't no real surprise that WACK100 is suing Worldstar. But in the lawsuit, there are actually a lot of surprises that lay out and speaks directly to all of the stories we've been telling y'all about the boy WACK100. All of the news that's come out about WACK100, he's blaming Worldstar Hip Hop and saying that they negatively affected his business, that in the streets people consider him a rat now, and that it has hurt him and his money and all of these things. And as a result, I believe he's suing Worldstar for like $5 million. And this is a real lawsuit. Like I said, we're gonna put the paperwork up there. The first part of the documentation that I thought was important was he claims on January 27th, 2024. So like we said, it was like early 2024. Within 2 business days, he sent a letter to Media Labs immediately demanding the removal of the video, and he wanted to issue a formal retraction. Now, WACK100 understands that Worldstar Hip Hop is not a media voice or a media place. It's really just a place where people either pay to get their videos posted, or maybe Worldstar just likes it or whatever. Maybe it's a person that works within Worldstar. So Worldstar ain't never gave no formal retraction. You know what I'm saying? That's he's putting that there so that if they don't do it, he could sue. So what he said was, hey, you got to take the video down and you have to issue a formal retraction within a certain amount of time, or I could sue you. Worldstar Hip Hop would respond, claiming that within 24 hours that the video in question had been removed. WACK100 would then go on to say that it was extremely important that this video was removed for his safety and his reputation, and that these were false statements made in a public forum. You know, if you believe that snitches get stitches, once you find out somebody an informant, you know, it could be green light. So WACK100 went to the people and told them this, like, hey, man, they calling me a rat. They calling me a snitch. My life is in danger now. My money is involved in this. So that's what the lawsuit's about. Worldstar Hip Hop would then take the video down on February 1st. So literally within 4 days and within 2 business days of the January 31st deadline. On or around February 5th, WACK100 claims that he appeared on the Adam and Wack podcast in an attempt to clear his name and deny the allegations. So again, we got Worldstar Hip Hop on one side saying they posted a video by the boy Deuce M's, and Deuce M's is named in the lawsuit later down the line. We're gonna read that for y'all. But Worldstar Hip Hop is named in this lawsuit. Deuce M's uploads a video to Worldstar Hip Hop. WACK100 sends this cease and desist out within a number of days. Worldstar Hip Hop then takes the video down. But like I said, they don't issue any sort of statements ever. So for them to issue some sort of formal retraction or formal statement, that wasn't going to happen. Either way, WACK100 would then go on his own podcast, which is, I would say around this time, is probably bigger than Worldstar, to give a different story. And I think this is important because on WACK100's podcast, he disparages people all the time. He says negative things about people in this public forum, in this public space all the time. You could go on. What's the other shit they do? What's the other shit they be doing, man? The fucking WACK100 is on the phone disparaging people. He's on his internet disparaging people. And one time that something happens that he doesn't like and it has his name in it, now he's suing, whether it was the Main Street Mafia story or the Texas, you know, drop the charges in the case of justice, whatever. We did our homework, man. We went and got the paperwork, firsthand sources, went straight to Texas, went straight to LA County Sheriff and got these documents. Either way, Worldstar Hip Hop would then respond, because I mean, they're not gonna be like, yo, okay, he's right, we owe him $5 million. They're not gonna say that. So they responded. And this is what their response was, and I love it. Like I said, so the first affirmative defense. So these is basically Worldstar Hip Hop got $1 million lawyers. They laid out about 10 reasons why they disagree with WACK 100 and why they don't believe Worldstar Hip Hop owes WACK 100 $5 million for posting one of thousands of videos that they post all the time. Damn near every video they post, if it's not a music video, is disparaging somebody. And even in music videos, I'm sure they disparaging somebody they talking about in the song, disparaging the girl shaking her ass. Everybody's being disparaged on Worldstar Hip Hop. So for them to, you know what I mean? It's just, it's some lame shit, bro. This is what lame niggas do when they can't really make shit move on their own accord. They run to them people, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I see it. Either way, the first affirmative defense, Worldstar Hip Hop's lawyers claim that the complainant failed to state a cause of action upon which relief may be granted. So basically, WACK 100 crying. There's nothing that he wants that will fix this situation except for the paper. You know what I'm saying? Like, usually when you suing somebody, or even before the lawsuit even take place, you will put out there like, look, this is what I want. Now, again, he said, I want the video taken down and I want a formal retraction. Worldstar Hip Hop, all they do is post videos. They never speak on nothing. So for them to make a once in a lifetime change because of you don't make sense. So no formal retraction, but they did take the video down. Clearly that wasn't enough for WACK 100, and he continued with the lawsuit. So their first reasoning of, hey, we don't agree with this lawsuit is, bro, you said you wanted some action. We gave you the action. Now you still suing us. There have to be a action of relief. If I do this, then the shit stop. But there isn't, because, of course, WACK 100 just wants to sue Worldstar. It's not really to stop the lawsuit. It's to keep that bitch going. So now the second affirmative defense, and this is really the smoke gun right here. This is the deal breaker. Like we said, these big companies have $1 million lawyers. They have legal teams. They understand this type of stuff before it even goes up on the internet. We got integrity. We not finna speak on no man that's not doing that and act like he is. So the second affirmative defense for Worldstar Hip Hop is that the video contains substantial truth. The plaintiff's claims are barred in whole or in part because statements allegedly made by or attributed to the defendant were substantially true, and the defendant had reasonable grounds for believing the truths of the statements. So WACK 100 is suing Worldstar Hip Hop, and he has named you in the lawsuit, and he done tried to kind of disparage your name and make it seem like it's something personal between y'all two, instead of, hold on. Oh yeah, my bad, bro. Bro, I told you my camera going crazy, bro. Like, I literally at any moment, bro, my shit could go black. I gotta go get a new camera, man, for real.
Okay.
But like, I something wrong with the cord. Like, the camera good, but it's just like the cord is hanging out or something. But nah, either way, so he's claiming Worldstar basically posted some shit that is personal between y'all, some beef or whatever. And now he's suing him for like $5 million. He done named you in the lawsuit. Man, tell me just I just wanted to start right there. All right, so now you go. You can know everything else.
All right. So first, the $5 million is what he claimed on his reaction to the Worldstar Hip Hop video being taken down on No Jumper. But he really didn't cite how much he was actually suing for in the lawsuit, right?
Okay, yeah. So I saw that was the thing. Like, they ain't like, what you want, bro. Like, you just suing this shit.
Right. And it really, like he said, and admits in there, he went on No Jumper to try to clear his name up in the public consensus. But most everybody who's seen it started realizing, like, yeah, this dude really is a hip hop copy, hip hop police, and working with them. But first, him talking about my name. This lawsuit is between him and Worldstar Hip Hop. It's about my works being a documentary that I put together, exposing WACK 100 as a confidential source in the Main Street Mafia Crip case, as well as insinuating the plausibility of him being a snitch, also stemming from the Texas gun case.
Right,
So,
right. Which we did docs on. Me and you did docs on the Main Street
and they
Mafia
went
case.
crazy.
Y'all could go back and watch that. And we just did this year a doc on the Texas gun case, which like we found within 2 months of the Main Street Mafia Crips getting arrested, he got that gun case dropped in the interest of justice.
In the interest of justice.
In the interest of justice. So, all right. So now, what is he talking? Why is he bringing you up personally if it's a lawsuit at Worldstar?
Well, he obviously he knows how close I was with Big U, and he's trying to target me for some kind of arrest. He claims that damage was done to his property, right? What has happened to him that has to do with my video? Right. He's saying that Lamonte Sims is a felon, right?
Right.
I am a felon, but that's not, I'm also a businessman. You don't know me from doing crimes. My last crime I was convicted of was in 2013, bro. You talking about almost 15 years.
15 years ago type shit, right?
Yeah, you know. So I've evolved from that. I paid my debt to society, right? And I've evolved since then, ingratiated myself into the hip-hop culture, back into the hip-hop culture, because I was already doing my thing out on the West Coast, right? So that helped up me continue to capitalize on the monetization project of the Hit Your Brimming. He says, also, I'm CEO of Active Chucks. That's a given. Why are you telling these people?
Yeah, like why he putting your businesses and the shit that you involved with in the paperwork like that, like giving them information about you.
Right. Well, I think he also want to try to pit us against each other because he knew that I had served a demand for payment from WACK100 and a demand for payment from Worldstar Hip Hop and a demand for payment for YouTube, right? And I'll give you the screenshot. So Cash Jones, WACK100, was so hurt by being exposed with the documentary that he wanted it down by any means. So he had his attorneys strike my YouTube page where I had the same it's still up there now. They took down my documentary off my YouTube page, gave me a copyright strike because Cash Jones claimed that the video was his. He owned the video, copyright entire video, right? So
after you already had put it out.
After I had already put it out, right? So the video was down for like 2 weeks, right? You know how you got to wait like 10 days if you get a strike or whatever. And then by that time, I'm telling him, I told YouTube, I'm registered this with the Copyright Office. I've also registered it and got the digital embedded fingerprint in the video,
right?
Which comes back to Active Chucks Entertainment. I'm talking about all the way to Sound Exchange billboards, bro. Everything I teach this shit. Cross my T's, dot my I's. This is not his. After that, he doesn't respond. The video goes back up. But these are just some of the tactics that he
does
to try to silence our right and freedom to speech. You know what I'm saying? If I was really defaming him and it was a lie, he's all within his rights. But as the fact that I stand on facts, just like Worldstar.
Right, I was gonna say that Worldstar in the lawsuit. This was the part to me. Then this is why when you sent it to me, I'm like, this it right here. You know what I'm saying? What they say, we got content. Ain't that? That's what they say.
We got the content.
This the content right here. So in Worldstar's defense, these is they lawyers, $1 million lawyers, representing $1 million companies. The first reason, or what's it called, the affirmative defense or something. The first reason that they said is because, hey, he don't give us a way of relief. Like he don't even say what he wants. He's just mad. He's just suing us. The second reason is the shit is reasonably true.
No,
substantially true. Right.
Right.
We gonna show the paperwork, but
Right.
it's substantially true. So even Worldstar Hip Hop's lawyers are saying, look, when we put it up because we looked into it and it was substantially true. Like these things can be verified.
Right.
When you asked us to take it down, we took it down, and you still sued us, and you're not really saying like how to relieve the situation.
Right.
That's what Worldstar's these $1 million lawyers. So for people that want to be like, yo, niggas be just making up stories, paperwork. Listen, Worldstar Hip Hop lawyers is in federal court right now saying, hey, this shit was true.
Right.
We took it down though. We took it down.
Well, let me tell you two things, right? Substantially true is a legal phrase. It means something is not perfectly accurate in every tiny detail, but the main point or the overall gist is correct. For example, right? If someone says a person stole $500, but in reality it was $480,
that will be substantially true.
Because the important part that the person stole the money is correct, right? So that's what Worldstar's lawyers are arguing. Look, we stand by it because it's substantially true, right? Whatever little inkling you talking about, the gist is you're a rat. You're
right. You are CS2 back. You are that person in the wiretap.